Hello, this is REn Bishop. This is the Senior Capstone Part 2, so the second blog overall. You can see from the last blog, a lot has changed. The layout, I actually switched the track directions around, so instead of running trains this direction, they'll be coming the opposite way. Um, you'll see that instead of kind of just having like a big square, like oval, we actually have like a kind of like a twisty bend right there. Um, Over here, I put straight track over here because I thought it'd be cool to have like just like a long like stretch like part, where I could kind of weave it through maybe like a town and some valleys, and kind of just give me the opportunity to have like a yard and everything. Um, I was able to put in a double main line so I can run not one but two separate trains at once all around the entire thing. Um, Over here, the reason I kind of put like a not like a loop, but like more bends over here than I did over there was because the more kind of like depth and like different combinations you do in your track, the bigger it looks and the more kind of characteristic and natural it looks. Because one of the reasons what I found was as I was trying different track patterns and stuff, I decided I didn't like feeling like it was just a really, really enlarged oval for like what you would see as like a starter layout. So I thought if I kind of put that there, that'd do three things. Number one, it would make it so I could kind of put like a hill here in this little area and a mountain in this area, and I could make it look like the track was weaving through the bottom of kind of like a canyon-like area. Number two, to make it so the layout didn't look the same all around. Like you over here, you have like a long stretch of straight track and a yard, and over here you kind of just have like a kind of just like more like countryside, going through the mountains and stuff, kind of. So like maybe a bit of countryside up there as it kind of works its way into the mountains. And then I'm into model ships too, so I thought it'd be cool if I kind of put like a shipyard here. This isn't how it's gonna look, of course, but this track here actually goes over at a switch over there, and that one actually what that one does is it pretty much makes it so I can bring rail cars over into that siding, kind of showing like, so I can later on show like materials being unloaded from the rail cars, and then being put on the ships. So either like a ship loading station or like a ship building station. So like a shipyard more than like a dock. So lots of new trains. I've gotten these two Southern Pacific SD50-2 units. I've gotten all of these Union Pacific units. I got a GP40-2 here. I've gotten a GP38-2. Another GP40, kind of a cheaper one. Doesn't look as nice as these ones would, but that's fine though. And then I also got a SD40-2 and a GE 60-8B, I believe. And then you can kind of see the overhead differences, between all of them. And then if you're wondering what these are just boxes for some of my Union Pacific units. Some came with boxes, others didn't, so. A lot of trains, a lot of new trains. Every single one of these trains in this consist is new, except for this box car here and this coal car here. All the other ones are new. And then, obviously, the track looks nice. The boards are lined up nicely. To an extent, they could use a little bit of like leveling, but obviously, it's not done yet. You can see my town is in total chaos. But basically the reason is because number one, my town obviously isn't finished yet. Number two, I don't want to have my track and my scenery and like my mountains, like a countryside or like a rail yard. I don't want everything else to be based around where the town is. So I'm waiting until I have like my countryside, my mountains, and like my scenery and the track kind of like for sure set up the way I want it exactly. And then the town will kind of be set up based around the scenery and the track instead of having the track and the scenery based around whatever isn't taken up by a huge, massive town. area. So that's why those are kind of sitting there. But you can see I got multiple different buildings. We got a hotel over there, church, the White House, other random buildings. We got a coal hopper, kind of a scratch-built train station, but I'll kind of come over here so you can see it better. But I don't know if I'll use this or not. I think it's pretty cool, but that was kind of a little thing I built, and I was like, whatever. Looks cool to an extent, so why not? But otherwise, kind of got a little farm, warehouse. This is kind of like a watermill, so I guess you could consider this as like a watermill or like a power plant or something. But it looks older. I wouldn't say it's a power plant, but it kind of has to do with similar like water power. So, but just an assortment of buildings, you know, kind of a countryside house, you know. This is like a cabin you'd see in the woods, so I might have that up on a mountain, you know. This is all American territory, so we have, of course, the American flag right there. I'll probably put it on a more professional flagpole, but that's just kind of a temporary thing, so I can have it done by the time this is all due. But then we kind of have some trees. I figured since it was a festive season, it'd be cool if instead of getting regular trees, I kind of get what would look like big city Christmas trees, like maybe like in the city center, kind of set those up for the holidays, you know, and then kind of other little figurines and stuff I thought would be cool. But it's not done at all. The main track layout is done. The boards are put the way they're going to be. But the town and pretty much all the small details still need to be done. I've got a lot of stuff coming in the mail and stuff, but it just depends on when I get it all here. But the next video, Capstone Part 3, will consist of not only showing off like more trains and stuff, but that one will kind of show off more passenger trains. And then that one also kind of talk about train safety, if not as a fourth video. But I hope you like what you see. You can see there's obviously, if you watched the last video, see there's obviously a lot of different changes and improvements and stuff. But and then if you're wondering what all this random green stuff is, I was kind of experimenting with paints to see what I liked the best. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to flip the whole layout and do it differently. So, but that's kind of what this is. So, a little bit of a green paint splurge right there, but oh well, whatever, it's fine. Anyway, so hope you like what you see. This is the last time you'll be hearing from me for this video. For part 2, tune in for part 3. Besides that, I'll leave you with some run-bys of the trains I've got on the track right now. But thank you.